Greetings! You're invited to experience the Tree of Life music event created by pianist-composer Richard Kimball. The Tree of Life as a metaphor has meant many things to many people. In this case, it represents Richard's reflections on his own bountiful and blessing-filled life. A life that has inspired and led him to create piece upon piece of transporting music for the Tree of Life music event. As with the tree, some branches of Richard's life have grown into strong, sturdy boughs. Others have provided shade, shelter, beauty, and comfort for his family and for all of us through his music. The Tree of Life music event is a multisensory expression of the major life passages of birth, childhood, aging, loss, brotherhood, wonder, and sexual love.
At the end of the concert, I've never had so many people come over and hug me and the other musicians. So many people with tears in their eyes, tears of joy, or they were moved somehow. Never, so I felt I got my reward.
I kept thinking during Tree of Life that I didn't think that I'd ever seen anything quite like that before. I thought it was extremely unique in a very positive way.
The different musicians that Richard has brought into this come from such diverse backgrounds. Classical and jazz and theater. The way it's all just sort of meshed together very naturally has been really, really cool.
The fact that there's a jazz quartet mixed with a small string ensemble with trumpet is a rare combination.
We also had projected images from classic early 20th century black and white photos from the Library of Congress, projected, that related somehow to the pieces.
You have one piece of music, then there's some kind of poetic art that draws a connection to the next piece and so forth. That with the lighting and all the imagery create a multi-sensory experience. So these elements are part of creating a journey for the listener.
You kind of have to hang on because it's going to be, I wouldn't say a bumpy ride, but you have to hang on because it's going to be a full ride.
The Tree of Life, it tells the story of life, and I think that the lighting and the narration and the staging of different things all adds to it, because life is not a still picture, there's always something happening.
This piece didn't throw itself at you, it invited you in. And once you got in, then you were exposed to all the different feelings inside. And there were times that I felt great sadness and pathos for the photos as they meshed with what was being sung or played at that time.
Paris 1911 was really the first piece where I was consciously saying to myself, follow the music. I really believe there's a little creative guy in the back of my head on duty 24 hours a day, and all I have to do is listen to him. And I can't make judgments or worry about whether somebody's going to like it or not. Just do what he says. And the music was totally different from what it would have been if I'd been ahead of time saying, now we're going to do this and now we're going to do that. So the music starts out with this very slow, romantic, long melody, and then it goes into this this kind of pounding, incessant rhythm, and with these melodies coming in. But after that, I didn't know what was going to happen. The next section came because it was the right thing to do. It needs something flowing, and after that, it went into a jazz tune. A jazz tune, kind of almost based on a whole tone scale, kind of like Thelonious Monk would have used. And you'd think, how could that go with this other stuff that sounds like it's from the late 19th or 20th century French classical world. It does. It just flowed into that because I didn't have exert any control. I didn't say it's got to be done this way or that way. I just let them use it. It's like somebody was taking me by the hand.
Richard's contribution to American music is the deep roots he has in jazz as a pianist. Also, not only in jazz, but also as a classical pianist as well. He seems to bring together European tradition and jazz piano playing, and also Cuban and Brazilian roots in a way that I think is very in sync with the spirit of a growing art form.
Brazilian music has had a tremendous effect on my synthesis of all these different styles. I became, proud of my way of using these Brazilian rhythms. They're just part of my palette. What it will really contribute to American music will be that there is really no division between classical music and jazz music.
That music spoke from the soul.
All of the feedback that I got after the performance was that people had a real personal journey that they experienced during the course of this event.
Richard's greatest contribution to American music is probably Richard.
I can't wait till we can do this again.
At this point, you're probably wanting to experience the Tree of Life music event firsthand. We cordially invite you to sponsor it at your favorite venue and look forward to sharing it with you there soon.